Hello web warriors, welcome back to DevMadeEasy. Join us in Master the Art of Web Development with our latest tutorial on creating a rotation navigation bar, learning how to enhance user experience and add a touch of creativity to your websites. Dive into HTML, CSS and JavaScript as we guide you through building this dynamic navigation feature. Perfect for web developers and coders looking to elevate their skills and creating stunning interactive websites. Watch now and embark on a journey to unlock new possibilities in web development. Let's get started. Alright devs, let's start really from scratch. Okay, from the beginning we have just this nice picture of this nice cat. Now let's create our first files. Okay, it's gonna be the markup, and for the markup here let's give it a title. The title is gonna be rotating navigation bar. Okay, let's create our style.css. As I told you in the beginning, we have HTML, CSS and JavaScript for this one. And the last one, last but not least, the one that gives life to our project, app.js. Let's come here and connect our markup to our CSS with this link. All right, let's do the same thing for the app.js. All right, let's have here a div here, meaning it's gonna load everything. After that, it's gonna run the script. Okay, don't forget that. And you also need some icons, okay? So let's use the font also for this. Let's come here and say link, and let's just paste in here. So you can use the class and have the link that we want for this project. Okay, so let's move into the body and continue. All right, now let's move into the body. Okay, here let's have our main container, the one that's gonna wrap around almost everything. And beside this one, let's have another div, the circle container. And beside this one, we're gonna have the circle itself. And beside the circle, we're gonna have two buttons, okay? Let's grab the first one. One is gonna be the hamburger and another one the close. Let's have the close first. And for this, let's use the font awesome icons, okay? The class here is gonna FA and FA times, and let's see what we have so far. We have just this close button, okay? Now let's just duplicate this one, Command D, okay? And let's have our second button. Instead of say the ID of close is gonna be open, and instead of time, let's say bars. Let me give a save, and you can see both of them inside our circle. All right, now we have the two buttons that we want. Let's have our content. It's gonna be some text and pictures, and inside this div with the class of content, let's have a h1 saying DevMadeEasy, or whatever you wanna say here. Let's have a small here, a small tag, and in this one I'm gonna type my name, Robson Muniz. You can have whatever you want. And under this one, let's have a paragraph. You can say in this paragraph something like Lorem 100, but I'm gonna have some text here talking about our channel. And it's still inside this one. And after the paragraph, let's have a H3. In this one, let's say my cat. Okay. That's a good thing. We're code on the right and you see the result in real time on the left. Let's have image, my cat. There's a link down below if you want to use the same picture, okay? And you have this very nice cat here. And for the out, let's say just cat. And under the cat, let's have a paragraph. You can use Lorem 70 if you want, but I want to talk something about my nice cat. So we have all this text here. All right, and now outside of the main container, okay, let's have our nav. So let's use emmet here, nav ul. Let's create li. And inside of these LIs, now we're gonna use the font awesome. That's the reason why we had that in the beginning. Okay, let's have a give this class here fast fa home, and here let's say home. Let me show you. Okay, let's copy this and paste 2 more times. Let's change the icon here. Instead of home, let's say user out, and here about. As you can see, we have the user icon, envelope here, and for the text, let's say contact. Let me give a save, and yeah, we have 3 of them. Let's move into the realm of CSS where part of the magic happens. Let's start by change the font using Google Fonts Lato, okay? And let's also have a CSS reset. Just box size is gonna be border box, so it's easier to work with height and width, all right? Moving into the body here, let's apply same styles. Font family here is going to be Lato, and as a fallback plan, if something goes wrong, we have sans serif, okay. The background, let's change the color for 333. Okay, looks like it does look good. The color is going to be 222. And overflow X, let's say hidden, so we don't have that horizontal scroll bar, just the vertical one. And we also want the margin 0, so no margin at all. Alright, now let's grab the container and let's give a background color of hexadecimal FA 3 times. And now let's go to the important part of this project, okay? This is amazing. Let me give some space so you can see it. Let's grab the container when the show nav is on, okay? What's gonna happen? We are gonna have a transform rotate here 30 degrees, but this is gonna happen just when the show nav is on, okay, on the container. Let me just do it manually. After that, we're gonna use that using JavaScript, okay, but for now manually so you can see it. All right. Okay, and now let's apply some transform. Transform orientation here is gonna be from the top left instead of the default in the middle. Let me just come back here and add show nav. And as you can see right now, it's starting not from the middle, but from the top left, okay? That's the effect that you're looking for. And under this one, we also need a transition on the transform, duration 0.5 seconds, and linear, like you saw. That's a very beautiful effect. Let me remove the show bar again and continue here on the container. We want here the width to be 100 VW, okay? As you can see here, occupy all the horizontal. The mean height here is going to be 100 VH from top to the bottom. And we also need a padding of 50 pixels all the way around. Let me show you. And yeah. Now let's create the circle, okay? Circle container. We have been talking about that, but we don't have it until now. The position is going to be fixed. It doesn't matter what. From top 100 pixels. It's going to be in here. We're going to see just half of it. And from left, of course, the same thing, minus 100 pixels. So we're going to see just half of the circle. And now is the time. Let's create the circle itself. Okay, let's have circle. And inside this one, background color is going to be hexadecimal FF7979. This nice color. The height, of course, and the width is going to be 200 pixels. All right. and there is no square circle, so you need make it round. So let's use border radius 50%, and we can see half of our circle because we are hiding the 50% of it. Position is going to be relative because we're going to use the buttons. It's going to be absolute inside of it. Transition is going to be on transform with a time of 0.5 seconds, and it's going to be linear. All right, so you have the circle here. We have the circle. Now let's work on the buttons. Okay, let me give my space so you can see everything here. Let's grab the circle and the button. All right, the position here is going to be absolute, not relative. It's going to be absolute to the circle. Okay, the cursor is going to be pointer, so the user can click on it. He knows he can click on it. From top and left is going to be 50%. Okay, and both of them are here. They are on the top of each other, so you cannot see. The height is going to be 100 pixels. The background, let's say transparent. Okay, another thing here, no border at all. And the font size, let's make it bigger. It's going to be 26 pixels, and change the color to white. Color FFF white. Another thing we should do here is get rid of those underlines, okay, when you click on it. So circle button on focus, outline here is gonna be none. Let's continue working on our buttons, okay. So let's grab the circle and button, open. We have the open and the close one. So from the left it's gonna be 60%. You can see it here. Circle, button. Let's grab the close one. Let me give my space so we can see we are on the same page. From the top it's gonna be 6%. You know that they're gonna rotate, so we have to work on that. And transform origin or transform rotate is going to be 9 degrees, and now transform origin is going to be top and left. Okay, now allow me to show you, if you put it back here to 200, let me see where the position of the closing open are. Okay, let me save this. As you can see, they are in this position. Let's go back to minus 100 pixels because this is going to be made using JavaScript. JavaScript is gonna deal with that. Before we continue, let's deal with this picture because it's too big. Okay, so let's make it use 100% of its container. So max width is going to be 100%, and yeah, now we have a nice effect. Okay, everything is nice. All right, and now let's deal with this part here. It's bothering me. Let's grab the content and let's give it a max width of 1000 pixels for the big screens. Okay, this is responsive. And the margin is going to be 50 pixels and auto. Let me show you the results. If you have a big screen, yeah, you can see everything very nice. So let's continue and move on to the next phase. Let's grab now the H1, so content H1, the DevMadeEasy, and let's apply a matching of 0. To DevMadeEasy, we're gonna deal with Robson Muniz, the author. I'm really writing a book about JavaScript. So let's grab content is small, and the color here is gonna be 555. And for the font, I say font style is gonna be italic, and yeah, that looks good. Next, for the paragraph here, let's also make a couple of changes. Content paragraph, the color is gonna be 333, and the line height here, let's improve it to 1.5. Let me save it. Yeah, dealing now with our nav, this one here. Let me just put the show nav back here because we're gonna put them vertically. Let's come here close to the circle button and let's our nav. The position is gonna be fixed. All right. From the bottom, 40 pixels. From the left is gonna be 0. And let's give a high Z index of 100. As you can see, it's not that masterpiece yet, so let's continue work on that. Nav UL, if you can type. And let's here have the list type none. Get rid of these ugly bullet plates. And the padding is gonna be padding left 30 pixels. Now let's grab the nav ULLI and let's apply a couple of changes. Like the text transform, we want that to be uppercase. As you can see here, it's hard to see. Let me change the color to white. Okay, nice. Let's apply some space in between them, padding 40 pixels 0. And yeah, it's starting looking good. Let's have a transform translating in X direction minus 100%. They're gonna start coming from the left to the right, okay? And let's also have here some transition, okay? Transition or transform is gonna be dot 4 seconds and is in, as you can see. Let's comment out the transform translate so we can see it. And now let's make more changes here. Okay, there is a lot of change to make on this. So nav ULLI icon, as you can see, they're very small, so let's make it a little bigger. And the icon and the text are too close, so let's separate them with margin right of 10 pixels. Now we want our icons here to follow this line here, okay? So let's have the nav ULLI plus li, the next one. So in here, let's have a margin left of 15 pixels. As you can see, start to follow this line here. Let me just duplicate this one and apply something to the last one plus li. And for this one, let's say 30 pixels. And as you can see, it's following it very nice. Let's copy the transform and translate and apply to them because we want to start the animation from different spots. Okay. This li here is going to be 150%. And from the last one, let's say 200%. Okay. Let me write here. Okay. Minus 200%. All right. Now let's uncomment this one. Let's put to the original position. And let's work on the nav li here under the circle. Let's grab the container when the show nav is active. Let's grab the nav li and let's grab the transform, translate, and we want that to go back to its natural position, to its initial position. Transition delay is going to be 0.3 seconds, and you have this nice effect. Okay, everything is almost done. Okay, almost ready for the great big guy, the JavaScript. All JavaScript is going to do is add this class and you remove it. Every time we click on this one, let me show you. If you click on this one, this is going to happen. And you can click on close and it goes back to its original position like so. Okay, so let's go into JS. Let's go into the realm of JavaScript where the magic happens. Okay, let's have a constant open document.getElementById, and let's get the ID open first. Okay, const here, let's have the close. Let's have document.getElementById is going to be the close. So we have a reference to both of them, so you can use it. And const container document dot query selector, and let's have reference to the container itself. Now let's grab those reference and let's do something with that. Okay, let's have the open. Let's add event listen, waiting on a click event. Every time that this click event happens, we're gonna run this arrow function. And what it's gonna do? This arrow function is gonna grab the container dot class list, and it's gonna add the class of show nav. Okay, every time we click there, it's gonna add this class. And the same for close. Okay, let's change the name here, close. And instead of add, we're gonna remove the class show nav. Okay, let me show you. Okay, I click it, but looks like we have a problem. We don't have the close button. Let's go back into the CSS. Okay, let's go back into the CSS and see what's going on. Okay, the problem is here. So let's come here close to the circle button. Oh, close to the circle is better. And let's have the container. When the show nav is active, let's grab the circle. And what we want to do, we want to use the transform, rotate, let's say minus 70 degrees, and now we can see the X. So it's working beautifully. So that's it for today, guys. I really hope you like it. If you like it, smash that like button and also subscribe so we can continue to create more nice videos like this one. Bye bye, and I'll see you in the next week.